Hello everyone, my name is Mustafa Dadelen. I'm a research assistant in the Department of English Translation and Interpreting at Gaziantep Islam Science and Technology University. Today I'm going to teach you about word stress. Let's see what are our topics today. We're going to talk about what a syllable is. We're going to talk about nouns, adjectives, and verbs with 2 syllables, heteronyms, words ending in ik, shin, and again shin sounds, and commonly mispronounced words in English. Our first topic is, what is a syllable? A syllable or syllables are all about the number of vowels in a word. English language is not pronounced as it is written. That's why the number of syllables depends on the number of vowels that we pronounce, that we utter while speaking. It's not like Turkish. For example, let's think about a word in Turkish like elma. Elma has 2 syllables because it has 2 vowels. But in Turkish is pronounced, or it is uttered according to the way it is written. And we count the number of vowels like elma, e, and a. But English has a different story. We count the number of vowels that we pronounce in English. So it might be changeable according to the number of vowels with its written way. So let's see some words. For example, go. Go. It has just 1 syllable because I pronounce just 1 vowel. Come. Come. So when you look at come, there are 2 vowels in its written form, O and E. But while I'm pronouncing it, I just utter 1 vowel, which is a. Come. Come. Let's go on. Great. Great. Again, it has just 1 syllable. I just pronounce a. Great. A. Next one. Person. Person. This one has 2 syllables because I'm pronouncing person. I'm just breaking the word up. Sociable. Sociable. So sociable. It has 3 syllables, but when you look at it, there are 4 vowels in the word. Comparative. 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 So it has 4 syllables, 4 vowels while I'm pronouncing it, even though there are, I guess, 5 vowels in its written form. All right, let's go on. The next part is nouns with 2 syllables. So when we have a noun in English, and if it has 2 syllables, the stressed syllable is in the first one. So let's see, apple. Apple. So I put the stress on the first syllable, so I pronounce the first syllable a bit stronger, a bit maybe sometimes louder, like apple, apple. Biscuit, biscuit. Water, water. Again, the first one. Forest, forest. Lemon, lemon. So the first syllables are the stressed one here. That's why I pronounce the first syllables a bit stronger and sometimes longer. Of course, there are some words having 2 syllables. I mean, nouns, 2 syllables, and the stressed syllable is the second one. Of course, there are exceptions, but I'm talking about the general tendency. The first syllable is generally stressed in nouns in English, language. Let's go on. Adjectives with two syllables. Again, like nouns, the first syllable is the stressed one here. Happy, happy. Tasty, tasty. For next ones, I'm going to stop, so you're going to pronounce first on your own. Tender, tender. So the first one is the stressed. Silent, silent. Early, early. All right. Of course, like nouns, in adjectives, there are exceptions. I mean, some adjectives having two syllables are stressed in the second syllable. But again, this is the general tendency. Of course, you're going to see some exceptions, but the general tendency is to put the emphasis, to put the stress on the first syllable. All right, this time we're going to talk about verbs. Verbs with two syllables. But here, the story is definitely opposite, because the stressed syllable is the second one. Let's see. Invite, invite. Remind, remind. Receive, receive. Enjoy, enjoy. Include, include. So as you can see, this is definitely opposite to adjectives and nouns. So the second syllables are the stressed ones here. So that's why we should be careful about it. Of course, there are some, again, exceptions. There are verbs having two syllables stressed in the first syllable. But this is, again, the general tendency. Let's continue with heteronyms. Heteronym are the words written in the same way but pronounced differently. Let's see some examples. So I have this word, and when it's noun, it has two syllables, as we have just mentioned. When it's noun, the first syllable is the stressed. When it's verb, the second one is the stressed one. So that's why we should pronounce this one, the noun one, like present, present. When it comes to its verb form, we are going to put the stress on the second syllable. So we're going to pronounce it as present, present. Let's see them in the sentences to be able to understand them better. My dad bought me a present last week. My dad bought me a present last week. A present. I will present my findings at the meeting tomorrow. I will present my findings at the meeting tomorrow. So present. When it's verb, we put the stress on the second syllable. Let's see one more example. Again, when it's noun, the stress is on the first syllable. When it's verb, the stress is on the second syllable. Let's pronounce it according to the way it is a noun. Rebel, rebel. When it's a verb, I'm going to pronounce it as rebel, rebel. Let's see them in the sentences. When it's a noun, the rebel was against the king. The rebel was against the king. The peasants rebelled against the high taxes. The peasants rebelled against the high taxes. Let's go on. Words ending in ik, shin, and shin. So when we talk about these sounds, when we see them at the end of a word, it means the stress is right before these endings. So when we see it, we're going to put the stress right before these words. For example, chaotic, chaotic, fantastic, fantastic, historic, historic, solution, solution, attention, attention. Here is my favorite. Congratulation, congratulation. Let's go on. Again, the same rule. Confession, confession, obsession, obsession. And the last one, comprehension, comprehension. All right. And our last part is about commonly mispronounced words in English. Foreign, foreign. Appropriate, appropriate. Mosque, mosque. Special, special. Awesome, awesome. Or in American accent, you can hear awesome. But the stress doesn't change. It's always in the first syllable in this word. High, high. Next page. Carpet, carpet. Dawn, dawn. Recipe, recipe. 3 syllables. Wednesday, Wednesday. Doubt, doubt. We don't pronounce this B sound there. Receipt, receipt. Just like doubt, we don't pronounce again this P here. Receipt. All right. So we have covered today what a syllable is, nouns, adjectives, and verbs with 2 syllables, heteronyms, words ending in ik, shin, and shin, and commonly mispronounced words. All right. Thank you very much for listening to me. Hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you.